Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. The Young County Commissioners Court setting in a regular meeting. This day, Monday, September the 11th, 2017. It is 9:32 a.m. We'll make note that this meeting was published and posted in the manner and for the time required, and that all members of the court are present. This time, if it's convenient, we'll all stand. Ask you to pause for just a moment in memory of this day 16 years ago, that being the 11th day of September 2001. And after that brief pause, we'll ask Commissioner Wiley, if he will, then to lead us in our invocation and our pledges.
Father, we just come before you today, just thanking you, Father, for another day, Lord, and for many blessings, Father. Father, I just ask that you continue being with the families, Father, of the 9/11 victims 16 years ago, Father. We just ask, Father, that you continue to heal them. And Father, I just pray that you continue to keep your hand upon them, Father, of those that have lost their loved ones. Father, we just ask that you just be with us, Father, and continue to have your hand upon our nation, Father, and protect us, Father, during these times. And Father, we just ask also, too, that you be with those in Florida as the Hurricane Irma is going through. Father, I just pray that you just be with those that's in her path. Help them in the rebuild, Father. And Father, we just ask you to continue to be with those in Houston, Father, at Harvey, as they rebuild, Lord. I just ask, Father, that through these times, Father, that they not focus on the storm, Father, but they focus on you. I ask you, Father, that you do this today in our meeting. I ask, Father, for wisdom and discernment, Father. And I just ask, Lord, that you just go with us and guide and direct us. Father, we ask you to forgive us where we fail. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you very much. Item number 3 is public hearing on the FY 2017-18 budget. Scheduled for 9:30 a.m. It's 9:35. We'll open this up for public comment. Anyone that may be present from the public may have the opportunity to state anything they might wish to say, or make any comment, positive or negative, with regard to the budget that this court's creating. Does any member of the court wish to say anything? I do note that I don't really see, other than Billy Hughes, I don't see a member of the general public out here. He's actually, I think, Wichita County resident.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
No other member of the public I see present other than government officials and employees and media. There being none, it's necessary that we discuss and or take action on the FY 2017-18 budget that's created for our ensuing year. Is there any discussion the court wishes to tackle with that?
I would move that we adopt this budget representing a tax rate of 0.751300. It's here before us today.
Well, that'll come later. We have to adopt the budget first.
All right, let's adopt this budget. We adopt this budget.
We've got a budget that calls for an expenditure of $12,199,187. That indicates an increase in tax an increase of tax of $67,893. It represents approximately a 1% increase in the budget, which is less than 1 cent. And so it's going to be Mike Sipes.
Yes, sir.
I'll second that.
Move to adopt this budget of Young County, Texas as presented this 11th day of September 2017 and to become effective upon October 1st, 2017 for the 2017-18 budget year. And that second is by Commissioner Wiley. Calls for a roll call vote. Do you have a copy of this? Okay, I'll call the roll then. Commissioner Precinct 1, Mike Sipes.
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 2, Matt Pruitt.
Aye.
County Judge John Bullock's going to concur. Commissioner Precinct 3, Stacy Rogers.
Aye.
Commissioner Precinct 4, Jimmy White.
Aye.
Make note that that's by a unanimous vote. The budget is now adopted. Does call for our signatures.
So proud of us. This is the first time since I've been on this commission that we've all agreed.
I would say we've been blessed this year.
It's always a good show public consensus too.
Okay, separate and apart from this, from that vote, will be our tax rates, and before that tax rate, separate and apart from any other vote, we must ratify tax increase. And the ensuing motion would be, this budget will require raising more revenue from property taxes than in the previous year. I will move to ratify the property tax increase as reflected in the 2017-18 adopted budget of Young County, Texas, and a second by. Does anybody wish to make that motion?
So moved.
Jim Wiley, who gets the second?
I'll say
Matt Pruitt.
So who made the motion?
Jimmy.
Jimmy made the motion.
Okay. Commissioner Sipes.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Myself also. Commissioner Precinct 3. Stacy Rogers and Commissioner Jim White.
Aye.
Okay. Next comes our tax rates to fund this budget, and they have to be adopted in 2 different parts. That being a debt service rate. We have that proposed at .083716.
So moved.
Second that.
Second. Science.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Wiley and a second by Commissioner Sykes. The motion states, I, Jim Wiley, move that the Young County Commissioners Court set the debt service rate for the tax year 2017 at .083716 per $100 value, and second to that motion by Commissioner Sykes. All in favor? Aye. 5 ayes, 0 nays. Okay, the second part of the rate will be that for maintenance and operation, and it states that I move that the property tax rate for maintenance and operations be set at .667584
So moved.
for $100 value. Jim Wiley.
Second.
Commissioner Pruitt. Okay. The motion reads, I, Jim Wiley, move the property tax rate for maintenance and operations be set at .667584 for $100 value. And that motion is seconded by Commissioner Pruitt. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5 ayes, or ayes, and 0 nays.
We'll make note also too that that's just a little over our effective rate.
We're close to
It's right there.
not having to go through all this now.
Somewhere just a little over our effective rate.
That creates a total tax rate for maintenance and operation and for debt service at .751300. And there's not any provision necessary for that. This tax rate is above the lower of the effective tax rate or the rollback tax rate and will impose more total taxes in the preceding year. Stated that already at $67,893.
Over 4 cents, 4 cents lower
Less
than
than
what
a-
we proposed
Good.
tax rate.
Yes.
Considering what we did.
Yes, thank y'all so much.
Makes a total debt obligation if you want to report that. It has to be on our budget cover page of $778,950, which is incurred by action of this court in 2006 and the refinancing of that also, which saved us $250,000 on the total. That debt is to be paid off in 2023, scheduled for that. This year, $778,950 total payment. That's principal and interest. Okay. On that motion, Commissioner Sykes?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt? County Judge, aye. Precinct 3, Stacy Rogers.
Aye.
Precinct 4, Jimmy White.
Aye.
Okay, very good. Let's see, this tax rate, 60. Yeah, it's about 1%. $67,893. Okay, very good. Okay, if we could, I think, for the very conclusion of this, entertain a motion to close this public hearing.
So moved.
Wiley, Rogers. Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Rogers to close the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. 5-0. Item number 4 is public comments, announcements, presentations. Is there anything we need to recognize other than chainsaw cutting contest?
Smell turpentine and pine when you walk out the doors, it's because we got a chainsaw cutting back there.
It was quite eventful around the county this weekend. There was one-armed dove hunt, all of that activity over to Holly, where I saw a cow chip get thrown at Sheriff Babcock.
On purpose?
Yes.
And, there's
Are they
also
deli?
there's some photos I have at the office somebody printed out.
Already.
Yeah. Of certain 3 sitting on the toilets.
That's sweet.
Working on the budget.
Yeah.
What, there was a car show and all, and a one-armed
I like
dove?
it, Travis.
Car show with it. Few
Chainsaw in
booths
here?
set up, music playing. It's quite eventful over there. Friday and Saturday. And then quite eventful here for the chainsaw competition. How many, Mike, how many?
I think they had 7 participants.
7.
Had 2 that, had to back out the last moment. One of them said he had to run on his store and he didn't have any product to sell, so he had to stay at home and create some sculptures for himself. And the other guy got cut with a chainsaw. Imagine that.
There's, you know, they really are works of art. I'm telling you.
Now, did the winner of this gets to go to the World Championship?
I don't know
I
about
was told there was no, at this time, no like national.
I do know that the main purpose of this in the future is that there's an East Coast and a West Coast organizations. And they've never had anybody to organize a central location for them to have a battle of which one of us is the best, and that's what they hope to grow this to, is a central battle for chainsaw winners.
I guess there's some kind of sanction that goes on.
Yes, sir,
with that.
there is kind of like chili cook-offs and all that other kind of stuff.
Is this a sanctioned event yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. but
Hopefully next year it will be.
Next year, they're gonna have a 3-day event instead of 1 day.
Exactly.
Southern States Chainsaw
Championship.
Quite interesting. There's lots of sawdust.
Well, the piney wood certainly made the right kind of lumber for it, so.
But anyway, the pictures that were generated, you would think this man right here.
From that man right there.
Good job.
Truth in recording.
It's worth it. Anything else that we need to
I guess the highway work continues to go through.
Yeah,
That'll be going on for another, what, week or two?
I'm glad the city's getting a blunt of that. I had so many people complain, I'm like, it's us.
well, I don't,
Your city residents or county taxpayers?
make note that all but the striping is completed on Fort Belknap Highway.
Yes.
And that's a
I
grand
continue to get
improvement.
nothing but compliments on that.
Good, that's good, yeah.
Appreciation to Tech Dot for accomplishing that task. Zach, his crew, and our district group also.
Young County has been the recipient of some really improved roads this past year.
It's quite an improvement, great improvement on that road.
This next year, we're gonna get more.
Are we? Well, I guess 206 is done? Or 209?
No, 209's not finished
Is
yet.
it not finished yet?
Well, they're
Fix to start back up on it.
phase two.
Mine
I
is
think,
partially
of that.
resurfaced.
They're,
I guess that's all they're gonna do,
widening
Finus is down.
Is that all they're gonna do?
Gold's Place, yeah, but it sure needed it, yeah.
209, there's phase two, and they're widening the structure from the end to where they,
I don't know.
I think they did about 3 miles a year or two ago.
Yeah.
And now they're widening the structures there on the county line.
We're doing 1769.
1769?
We're gonna widen it also.
Not as bad as 209 then.
Transportation, looking up.
Anyway,
County.
Young County's roads and transportation.
Yeah, they are.
Also like to thank our custodian for marking spots out here. Bring you, thank them.
Did he do the
Oh,
striping?
that looks real nice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Real good.
That yellow surely shows up.
Yeah, this, we've got a multi-talented supervisor.
He still has to put my name on this spot right down here by the door. Still asking.
Have you asked him to? Yeah, well,
Also,
he's got it under consideration.
Right on.
When the treasurer get our name on one, you get your name on one.
Make note that coming up on holiday season 2, and we have replaced the lighting around the top of the courthouse here to kind of follow along the scheme that goes
Did you
around
see
the
the
square.
old lighting that he brought down?
Yes,
A
they,
little dangerous, I think.
I don't know when those were originally put up, but we've got new lights up there, and they will dance.
Dancing lights.
Have we had a chance to get a hold of our roofer consultant to do an inspection?
No, I wanted to see.
We need to do this one in the sheriff's department.
You been up on that roof
No hailstorm?
Scared half.
No, we just got to
Just an
have inspection
inspection.
every year
Oh.
to keep up.
There's
with
Just
everything.
an annual certification inspection?
Yes,
They're
yes.
supposed to just do it, but, yeah.
They don't always just do it unless you
No,
call
you're
them.
right. But we'll see who I can get hold of on
Very good.
Hi, Billy. Billy's standing up for something.
Yeah, I was gonna talk just for a second, if that's all right, in public comments, is that okay?
Yes.
Yes.
I just wanna say hi, I don't get to come down as much as I'd like to, just traveling so much, but I brought back some titles that y'all paid off, and just wanted to say that we appreciate y'all, not only as customers, but as friends, and it's just good to see everybody, and enjoy catching up before the meeting. Got anything, let us know.
Well,
That's it.
we won't hesitate to call.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
Thank
We did
you.
get-
Thank you for saying yes so often.
Oh, absolutely.
He loves to say
Love it.
this. So I got Matt Pruitt's pickup paid off, the DA's pickup, and the zipper.
Good
Does the
deal.
zipper have a title, or is it just the zipper?
This is it.
Okay,
Then is it?
it's paid off.
Yes, the trailer has a top?
Trailer will.
Item number 4A, it was completed. Anybody have anything else to report on? We'll move to item number 4A, and that's, we'll let our sheriff give the activity report from the sheriff and jail's activities for the past month.
Morning. I'll hand out the roll first.
You did a missing person this week.
No missing persons.
Excellent.
We still are, have pretty good calls for service, 129. We're down a little bit on our arrest. I don't know if we can, maybe everybody's doing better. Staying out of trouble.
Fewer people to arrest?
Few people. But our jail count last month averaged 83 inmates, so that was up than normal.
What, that's about 5
Another one.
or so average?
Probably about 5 more, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
What do you know about that? What do you think is causing that?
A lot of it was parole warrants and other warrants that was out issued.
Current, yeah.
Current count this well, I didn't even check it this morning. Yesterday it was, I think, 70 or 71. It's down pretty good.
So it's back down to this.
69. And we moved a lot, if you can tell, we moved a lot of people to TDC last month. So that helps get that count down and our expense down. See, you said 5 that were for warrants from other counties.
Have we got much back from reimbursement from TDJC?
I don't know if he didn't put that on here, but I'm fairly certain we do have them. I don't know why he didn't put them on here, because normally he does. They just may not have came in yet since we just took 9, but every time we take one, we get reimbursement.
I'm fixing to start utilizing jail inmates work crew a little bit, taking them out, letting them do some brush cutting.
Yeah, and that'd be great if we do that. If we can do that like during our off season, when we don't have a lot of mowing going on.
Figure everything's not gonna broke off.
So that's what we did with you, when you were doing it over there. Do it whenever you're off season, when it's real cool.
Are you still jail certified?
Yeah.
You let it go?
If I had the rest of my grade, that would be. I was jail certified.
Yeah, I knew you were. Anybody else in your crew? Next time they have a jail class, I think I'm gonna say, I have a jail certified guy on my crew, but I think I'm gonna send one more, my foreman, to do it. Or y'all think they might want to do that? That way you can take out the inmates.
Probably don't think, how much longer when folks have got their careers actually.
Yeah.
Do that.
And the reason why
What college supervisors couldn't do that.
I would rather have my work crew supervisor out there, to be honest with you.
What'd you say?
I said I would rather have the work crew supervisor out there with them whenever they're doing this.
Yeah. No, I think that's a good thought.
I'm not saying I don't trust you, Commissioner Pruitt.
But if you're gonna be responsible for them, you'll be responsible for them.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm shooting just as well as Buck does.
There's
I'm
another
just
conversation.
So if you look over here back on the patrol, we did get quite a few grams of meth off the street last month too. So, and 7 of that came at one time over in Alney. So. Still pretty good.
got 10 grams of marijuana seized.
We did.
That was all one guy, wasn't it? 8 grams?
No, 7 of it was off of one guy.
Yeah, I knew a big load was off that one.
Yeah. And
What's the street value of that?
you're talking it depends. You know, you can get a gram for $200, sometimes they'll even $150. So, it's so cheap right now, because like I said, you can buy it.
The cartel's making such a.
Oh, yeah. But our citations were up a little bit. We had 25 citations, which is not too bad. 163 traffic stops, so we're making contacts. Well, that's good. Anybody have any other questions?
No, I get asked occasionally from folks out there on the street, what is the Young County Sheriff's Office doing working traffic?
Well,
I said, because they're law officers, you're breaking the law, they stop.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing, if we're not out running traffic, then we're not making contact with people. If we're not making contact with people, then
They don't know
say
you're there.
that, well, I would never see a sheriff's deputy anywhere. I want them to be seen, and the one way to be seen is making contacts with people. You gotta think also, for a long time now, DPS hadn't been around. They've been down on the border, doing what they have to do down there.
Picking up that load a little bit.
So they're back, they're gonna be helping us out on that, so a lot of it is, you know, like I tell my guys, if you're out there and you see a traffic offense, stop them and listen. I want them to make contact, that's the only way we're gonna get these drugs off the street. That's how we got this 7 grams, because I was there the night that
Sure.
my deputy pulled this guy, we're on a traffic violation. If we're not doing that, then we're not doing our job.
Are you making any stops on county roads?
I'm sure. I don't know exactly where all the stops are made, but I know a lot of them are in Newcastle, watching those intersections over there. You know, people running stop signs or whatever. A lot of it is on the highways. We work 114 a lot.
Is there any place out in the county office, the main thoroughfares that you patrol in any kind of a regular fashion?
I know that they are out there doing like the main, well, I really don't even want to say it, because some of the roads that we cover on the county dirt roads are traveled by people that I really would not want to make public right now. They're there. They're there. And it's hard too to get a stop on some of these vehicles on these dirt roads. I mean, the speed limits are whatever, you know.
It's not continue to get cut, you know, complaints about,
Yeah.
get a sheriff deputy out here to stop some of these people.
You know, I get people all the time calling me about it, and I'm like, you know, if it's not posted at 60 mile an hour, that's a lie. It's pretty fast on some of these dirt roads.
I'm sure they're
Travel
all
16.
state.
Yeah, yeah. So, there's a lot of the roads that, you know, we have a couple of deputies that are really, that's what they do. They'll travel all down the county dirt roads.
Not all of them are, most of them are.
Well, off the main highway.
We got a few roads.
Huge.
A little bit. Some of them should be dirt, they'd probably be better.
I see we continue to do a lot of cowboys.
You're gonna offend these guys.
I don't look like dirt.
I don't want that, I wish it was there.
We're spreading that money as where we can.
No,
No, cowboy continues to be a part of the sheriff's office too. Livestock complaints continue to.
no, that'll be always, you know, I mean,
That's everywhere.
yeah, it's and I scan all the surrounding counties, and they have the same issues we do, you know.
What's the luck of us finding the owners of those cattle?
Most times it's pretty good.
Is it?
I mean, because,
Are they repeat?
some of them, you know, but, you know, it's like, my deputies know that if they can't figure out who it is, they call this guy. He gets phone calls all the time, you know.
Good
No,
cattle.
we have a pretty good, in fact, we're gonna have a meeting coming up pretty soon. We're trying to work it right now to get a lot of the main guys that are, you know, own livestock to come and have a meeting. We'll see if we can get all their contact information updated and
The registry.
yeah.
You ever see who those kids was out there on farm?
No, I don't know if he did or not.
We never could find that. We called everybody around there, we knew, nobody knew that.
The one that had the accident?
No,
Pass it.
they're on,
We gotta move on.
All right.
Yep.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thank you.
They haven't told me about it. I don't
Okay, it's a little after 10. We've got a time specific item here at 10 o'clock, so the chip seal bids, if we got any.
Do. Received one at 10:04 on Friday. From Lip Ham Asphalt and Paving, and it is pronounced Lip Ham. Let me get ready to make a few copies of this and I'll bring it back,
Okay?
because I know y'all all want to see it.
Waited this long.
I had to wait till I opened it.
$2.98.
Me and Stacy got already, and she just walked out.
Yeah, a lot of miles, it'll be a lot of money.
Thank you, Travis, for your report.
You're welcome, sir.
Can't return that to Kate. Did you talk to the other guys that we were after? I never did talk to them.
Another one,
It is.
about 20,000.
The others didn't rebid. I mean, we sent it to them again. And
What's the cost per square yard for aggregate?
Oh, it's about a quarter. For a coated rock. Last year it was about 188 on mine. Per square yard.
188, just about 28, right?
Yeah.
About another 10% higher? 11.
There's some asphalt paving, Asphalt, Texas. It's the single sole bid. They did receive it on time.
they got here at 10:04.
Yes, they did.
The sheriff was sitting there waiting.
Sound right, it says $20,000 a quarter. More than
That's,
$42.
single course chip seal of approximately 77,088 square yards at $2.08 per square yard for the county furnishing aggregate. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the aggregate adds another 22.
That's what I got, I think it's more than that. $20,000 total.
So you're looking
What's the time
180.
frame? Did you talk to them about when they
Said
could?
next week.
Oh, I can't do it now. I'm not ready.
If it's over.
Huh?
If it's over.
Yeah.
You can keep temperatures in the high 80s, low 90s.
It's supposed to be
Forward, but it's gonna be 100.
Because I'm gonna have to overlay a bunch of mine to, so they can chip seal it, or it's just gonna.
Supposed to be 97 or 8 degrees this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
So what is it? Be
It's
perfect.
supposed to be 97 Is that what you said?
It's 56 this morning. 56 this morning.
Yeah, getting those cool mornings and hot afternoons.
So Stacy, you're getting it done and we'll get billed for this budget here that we're getting.
That's why I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, all right.
Is that bid gonna be good on less than that? Last time it goes up higher, the less miles it goes up higher, but,
Pretty good, you got 5 miles.
yeah, so maybe 5.5.
But you can still do it with that, so we're not talking less.
We can accept the bid and still turn the job in,
Yeah.
just go on with business. Accept the bid and do some more calculating and see where
No
it's
specific road name.
Okay, what's your pleasure?
Motion, make a motion to accept the bid. 208 for the work.
I'll second.
Since it's on the bid, we can just, accept it, and then if we do some, then we'll use it on this spot and pay it.
When does he start back up? You know?
Spring warm, so could be March. They usually, they stop gives them a go ahead, start on their stuff.
You got the original there, sir?
Yes.
Okay, we got a motion by Mr. Rogers and a second by Mr. Pruitt to accept the total bid received from Little Asphalt out of Aspermont at $2.08 per square yard with the county furnishing rock. All in favor? Aye. Carried 5-0.
I'll put that agreement to it. Do you need a signed copy?
Move back to item number 5, is consider county clerk minutes for previous meetings, August 28, 2017. Are there any?
Can you do the judge? Judge, need anything?
I think he's here probably for a.
Okay.
Thank you. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by Commissioner Sykes. Approved minutes as presented, all in favor? Aye. Carried 5-0. With the court's approval, we'll move down to item number 17, which will be the request for location for the new Century Veterans Memorial Committee. Had Rick on here, but we have Colonel, if you will, and maybe
Good morning, everybody.
we got
Love your shirt.
Sorry, well, thank you.
That is
Good
a
day
nice
for it.
shirt.
Good day for it.
Absolutely.
My daughter found it.
Did good.
Well, we have,
Let me preface this just a little bit.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Please. Some time ago, David Nolet came to me and said that he had this project that he wanted to pitch to us, and he was requesting a place for a hero, a war dog, to be memorialized, and a statue of a war dog, a German Shepherd, to be placed on the courthouse lawn. We were working on this New Century Veterans Memorial Project, and it's in motion currently. I was a little bit reluctant to begin with, but after I looked at what he had to present, I thought It's a pretty nice work of art, and I told him that I would first want to pitch that to the New Century Veterans Memorial Project Committee to see what they thought of it. And I didn't want to do anything that would interrupt or interfere with that project at all. So after a time, he brought Tim Odom back to a meeting, and we discussed that a little bit. And, the committee invited David and Tim to come to a meeting where it was discussed at length, and I'll turn it over to Attorney Banks.
Chairman Aretha McCullough begs your indulgence because she's with her brother's family, who died just this past 2 days ago in Georgia, so I'm kind of filling in for her. This statue, which you may have seen, the judge has had around in his office here. Hero is about this tall, bronze, a war dog memorial to all those war dogs that we've used all the way back from World War I up until today. It was cast originally in plaster, and then Dr. Odom had an outfit in Fort Worth to redo it in bronze, so it's really solid. It's good. It's a beautiful work of art kind of statue. And there's one of only about 6 in the nation.
Let's go get that and put it over there.
Yeah,
I'll get that.
okay. All right. There's only about 6 of these, and we would have one here in Young County watching over both of our memorials.
Is it a duplicate of the same ones that are in there?
No, they're all different.
They're all different?
They're all different. This one was originally sculpted, like I said, and plastered by the fellow who had been a war dog handler in Vietnam. Here he is. He's not exactly a light thing.
No, it's no, bronze can be pretty heavy.
Be kind of heavy.
That's kind of straining.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
That's a lot of dogs.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy.
This turned out there.
Let you all see.
We're the ones that need to be guarded. Do you want to take a picture?
I will.
This is the plaque that goes with it. Again, it's bronze. It's very substantial, and would be mounted on the front of the pedestal we propose to put him on. We'd like to get a pedestal which is the same granite as the war memorial today. Same people in Oklahoma. It's that pink granite that we did the original memorial with, that we'll do the second memorial with as well. And we'll have a pedestal about knee high to put him on, made out of that same granite, with this plaque mounted in front of it. And we'll turn him so he kind of faces, here's the old memorial, here's the new memorial that y'all approved. We'll put him, let's see, where's the tree?
There's a tree, that shows that tree in that.
The tree's right over here. Anyway, he'd be kind of looking down at both memorials.
Kind of standing vigil over the
Right. And kind of casting his vigil over all of them.
How are we gonna secure him down?
It'll be, there's a way the guy cast into it to lock it onto the ground. So nobody can come along and knock him over or steal him or whatever. So. But that, it would be a unique addition for us here in the county. And would be a way of honoring everybody that's on the memorial, because the war dog tradition formally goes back all the way to the First World War. And if, for those of you who fought in the late Lamented Unpleasantness in Southeast Asia, the last thing that the Vietnamese wanted to see coming was one of these guys. In fact, the man who had him cast originally was a war dog handler in Vietnam, and he defended an outpost at Da Nang from ground assault with just him and the dog, and kept him from coming through the water. And of course, the current war with the Muslims, they hate dogs of any kind, and they really hate these. So if you've got a dog coming with you in your group, you're way ahead. There he is, Command Sergeant Major Emeritus Nolet. So this is an opportunity for us to not only honor the war dog tradition, but also to have the war dog watching over both of our memorials, both for all the way back to the beginning, like our old memorial does, and then from January the 1st, 2001 on up, like our new one.
You're just asking the county for space to put this
Yeah,
memorial
revision to mount it there, and for the little piece of space. The judge came over and we all walked out and looked at the grounds and exactly where we should put him. And he just fits perfectly right there, kind of watching over
there's a tree right there, in the corner of the sidewalk, basically, that we've not shown in that picture there. I think that's a rendering for the new
Right,
wall,
this is
but
the
it
new wall.
basically is, so.
Yeah, we'll probably put placing a dog by a tree.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
I wasn't gonna say that, but it looks good.
I always think of the same thing, ready electricity there.
Yeah, that far to go.
There you go, going that far to go.
And there is, like the judge said, there is electricity already mounted with the light there that shines over on the flag, from which we can also put a light on the memorial and on the dog. And the Hero's he's a good rendering of what these dogs look like. He's about probably half size.
Yeah, about half size.
About half size for the normal German Shepherd. And the Shepherds are what we still use the most of.
Put a pencil or
I
a
think
pen.
it's a little bit, I'll hold it like that.
Take that one.
Oh, it's likely to do that.
There you go. Stick out of this,
Maybe it's too slick.
there you go, you got it. There you go. Shepherds, or the Alsatians, are what we primarily use as wardogs, although we do use Dobermans and a few others, but mostly as Shepherds. And they train here in Texas. They're all trained in Texas down in San Antonio.
David, you wanna come up? This David Nolet,
Take your time, David.
pull the trigger a little bit quick.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
First of all, I apologize. I got a call last week that the meeting was scheduled for 10:30. So I apologize. It's good to see everybody this morning. Some of you know me, some of you may not. I know this gentleman here very well. He's a dear friend, as is Hero. It's been a dream for the last year to make sure that Hero finds a home where people can see him, remember what he's all about. And the one stat that stands out in my mind is the one during World War I where they utilized 20,000 dogs. And as many of you know, since then we've used many, many, many more dogs over the years, and they've served their country well. Many of them given their lives in the line of duty. His name, Hero, kind of says it all, doesn't it? They were all heroes, each and every one. And am I a dog lover? I certainly am. Particularly one who thinks not about what he can do, but just does it. Been that way for years and years, and they still remain that way even up to today. There are many in Afghanistan, I'm sure, serving their country today. The original intent was to have Hero on the Freedom Carol Warrior Ranch. But as you may know, or may not know, he probably wouldn't get the attention that he would get here in town. Not too many people would see him. I wanted him to be somewhere where people could appreciate him, not only as a statue, but as a reminder of what he's all about. So the idea came up to come into Graham and talk to Judge Bullock and see if somehow it would be possible to put Hero somewhere on the lawn here for all to see. I'll be gone, and people will still be seeing a Hero, and that's what pleases me the most, that he'll be here for a long time. Today's 9/11. It's a sad day for this country. Those dogs that you saw in the buildings those days were service dogs, work dogs. A lot of heroes born that day. I want to ask you to think very seriously about our future, not only as a country, but as a town. I fell in love with this town when I first came here. I fell in love with this memorial that we have. What a reminder it is, and how beautiful it is. This is nothing more than an addition to that memorial. They've done nothing less or nothing more than our heroes have. So I ask you today to think about his place amongst the rest of the heroes on the lawn here in Grand, Texas, something that the city and the county can be proud of. I want that for Hero. I want that for all the dogs that represent the canines, the working dogs, the service dogs. I pray to that end. And I certainly thank you for your time. He's a fine looking animal, and he minds well. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate it. God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you.
You might want to also consider that today, as we speak here, these dogs, having been properly trained, are doing all kinds of duty. They even do halo jumps, which is high altitude, low opening parachute jumps of special forces. And you probably seen pictures of guys going out the back end of a 130 with their dog and going out with them. So they're still serving us all over the world. And a memorial to that service would be a wonderful thing for the do.
Might add to this that Tim Odom, we had invited him too, because he plays a big part here in this. He's out of town today, I believe, in service, I believe down with some of the folks that are receiving some assistance from Hurricane Harvey. And so but I think he's pretty solely responsible for the bronze casting. Very good.
Yeah.
You know,
So that would be our formal request to you all to approve the location and the mounting of the dog to look over the two memorials.
I'd certainly move that we honor that request.
Second.
Motion by myself, second by Commissioner.
Judge Bullock,
Yes,
if
sir.
I may, we have a fund set up at the Graham Inner Bank under the heading of War Dog Memorial. And what we would like to do is take Hero from one bank to another every 30 days, as long as it takes. We don't have a goal in mind as far as monies are concerned, but there are a few things that we need. And I had Jim Birkin hand me a check for $500 the other day. You know one thing about this town that has amazed me over the years? People reach in their pockets all the time for worthwhile projects. This gentleman is a worthwhile project. I wish Tim Odom could be with us today. And since I mentioned Tim Odom, I'm very proud of the man who took it upon himself to be part of this project. And today, he is in Houston cooking breakfast for those in need. That's the kind of man Tim Odom is. He believes in this project, as I think many of us do. Thank you again.
Okay, we have a motion, myself, second by Wiley, to honor location request from New Century Veterans Memorial Committee, along with David Nolette, Tim Odom, for a place for Hero Memorial. All in favor?
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very
Appreciate your
much.
time.
Thank you. Cut my finger off.
Thanks, thanks. Away from your desk.
Yeah.
I'm one in the hallway.
He is always.
But he can watch over you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Need somebody.
We need one like that in here. Judge, how are you? Thank y'all.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good to see you.
Take care of yourself, okay?
Yeah, that statue's all there.
It is, it's solid.
Yeah. And Nikki used to do that. Right here, Jim Clay's family,
Yeah.
and they've got this great deal, did a bunch of full-size statues like that. That's a real well done. The patina, the coloring is just great. Of course, they'll get living with it over time. That's good.
Okay. Item number 6, consider auditor's budget amendments and voucher payable.
Didn't even follow up that.
You feel like a loser now, don't you?
Yeah, I do feel like a loser. I have vouchers, a total of $87,278.30, and out of the general fund is $81,699.64.
No amendments.
No, sir.
So moved.
I'm abstaining on all the butane.
You have one in there too?
There's one in here.
There's one in there.
Okay, make note that, one voucher, I suppose that's the Honda Fuel or Don Butane?
Don Butane.
Don Butane. That Commissioner Wiley has abstained from the vote with regard to that one voucher. We have a motion by Commissioner Pruitt, second by Commissioner Rogers to approve vouchers payable as presented, noting one voucher to Don Butane. Commissioner Wiley abstained from that provision. All in favor? Carried.
Do you mind if we take a 10-minute break, sir?
Okay. 5-0 originally, 4-0 on abstention.
I got it. Always right.
401. Make that 401, okay? The second. Figure that out.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to
They'll leave it.
have a
They'll leave that. That's it.
about a 5
Look,
minute break.
Stacy's like me.
Punch the rep. Never mind, I'll get that. That's a silver button on the other side.
The silver with the red?
Yeah.
They continue to add
So that continues to be a
Look
significant.
at that, that looks so real.
I hear that Schlumberger may be moving
I did.
stuff back to
Yes.
their
I
yard
think she would bark at.
storage. But I would think that that would be part of our tax base. It'll be several $1 million worth of equipment.
Didn't you used to work for them?
Oh,
Travis?
after meeting my
Schlumberger?
vouchers.
Sir? Didn't you work for Schlumberger?
I did too.
That's
15
right. You did,
years,
didn't you?
15
Right now, that
years.
17 acres is laying
Oh, I,
vacant out there, yeah. Rumor is they're gonna be bringing some more equipment back. It's for storage, so.
it's an awful expensive storage
No doubt.
area.
Okay, we'll call the meeting back to order.
Be nice.
They got them all
15
in
minutes
state.
till 11.
Yeah.
We're at item number 7. Consider treasurer's financial report, updates on security pledges. He's not in here, is he?
$4,443,037.70. So moved.
Okay. Motion by Commissioner Pruitt, and second by Commissioner Wiley to approve financial updates on security pledges. All in favor? Item number 8, consider Extension Agent Miranda Revel report and request for reimbursement. Also Justin Rogers, that being 586.74 and 211.32 respectively.
I would move that we pay those requests for reimbursement.
Second.
And there was money in their budgets. This finishes their budgets.
That's it.
This year. This is it.
Drains the pond, huh?
Drains the pond.
Motion by Commissioner Sight, second by Commissioner Wiley to approve those requests as requested. All in favor? Reimbursement as requested. 5-0. Item number 9, consider employee bond, that being Linda Carroll King, tax assessor collector deputy, $5,000. Heath Douglas Henderson, chief juvenile probation officer, $5,000. And Kathy Mishler, juvenile probation administrative assistant, at $5,000.
Move we approve those bonds as listed.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sipes, second by Commissioner Rogers to approve those bonds as presented. All in favor? 5-0. Item number 10, consider tax resale deed for Purdue, Brandon Field, Collins and Mott, and that being specifically 1203 Warren.
Yeah. Gambler?
Gamblin? That doesn't look like him.
I'm glad you attended, I would have.
What is it, a name like that, doesn't it?
Travis, what's the name of that?
Like go on?
Gambling?
What is it?
Bid amount's $1,150.
I was gonna go by there and I never
Is that an
did.
Aldi?
Where's that
It's in
at?
Almy.
I mean, where's it at?
Over there by the sunset.
For where?
That's all.
Never seen it before.
That's over there, you know, I know where it's at, it's over there, Cliff,
Yeah.
what am I talking about?
Northwest Park.
No, off of 79, just north of 79, a little way, so. Does it come off of 79?
Yeah.
Yeah, that, they're past the Y down there about a mile,
Southwest
southwest part, yeah.
Park. Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion by Rogers, second by Wiley, to authorize execution of the resale deed. All in favor? Carried 5-0. I think we'll have another one of those next week, our next meeting. Item number 11, discuss, consider carriage service agreement for our HVAC services. Cheryl.
And we budgeted 4,000 in there for next year, so this is on our chiller.
3124.
Yes.
It's the same contract, I guess, that we've done.
It's the same, yes, it's the same thing.
What did it cost us?
I looked at that, I already forgot.
Let's see, is that also for, not just for our boilers too?
Yes, it's a different one for a boiler,
Okay.
and we budgeted for both of those. Let me see what it was last year. I looked at it while ago, I've already. Yeah.
Just really asking what kind of increase or something.
Yes, so last year it was, well, it looks, we paid, and I just wonder, we had budgeted 2,980, and it was 4,352.21, but I'm thinking there was
So there's no bill added in there, or something?
Combined agreement.
There was. Mhm.
Both of them.
Mhm.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
So they just, this is just a service agreement, and we have to do that because we bought this from them?
No, we don't have to do it.
No, that's it.
But if you don't, and.
Well, I mean, why can't we like use somebody local on that?
But there's
Like,
nobody
we
here.
do have a carrier deal.
There's nobody here to deal with this kind of stuff we
For
have.
this kind of unit.
Our carrier did, no?
No,
This is out, they come out of Wichita Falls.
it's totally different now.
Good idea.
Boiler inspection, mandatory.
Yes.
The boiler is, yes.
Yeah. They don't only do the boiler inspection, but they also flush it once a year.
Yes, they come out and flush it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
All three of them.
That's all I need.
Good question.
Thank you.
Good question.
Thank you, sir.
And on this agreement, it asks for a purchase order, and I can work on a purchase order to put on this.
Make a motion, we accept this agreement from Carrier for $3,124 for the fiscal year of 2017-18.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Wiley, appointment of Mr. Sipes to execute service agreement with Carrier for the HVAC services system in the amount of $3,124 for the fiscal year 2017-18. All in favor? Carried.
You have to put that number on there in that motion,
The
service number.
service agreement number?
Yeah.
Number 069A288061.
And they bill us quarterly on that, and,
No charges?
yeah, what they do is they'll bill us the 781, and they'll have 3 scheduled inspections. And, let's see, visits, 3 scheduled inspections, and 1 annual.
So what they're actually doing is they're paying us
3
7-day service.
That's an original one, and if you'll sign it, and then we'll work out the PO to send it with it, with the PO number. We can do that. What day did that have? 11. Okay. Thank you.
Item number 12, discuss and consider fiscal year 2018 memorandum of agreement between Helen Fairview Center and Young County. That's a listed item that's included in the budget. $10,000 of it, there's 2 different aspects of it. One of them's for their local match for their physical needs on the facility and what have you, and the other one is for mental health services. I don't remember just which one's which, but the total is $19,475. One of them $10,000, the other one $94.75.
So moved.
I'll second. Motion by Commissioner Wiley, second by myself, to execute the memorandum of understanding between Helen Fairview Centers and Young County. All in favor?
Right.
And those being for local match for plant facilities, and the other is for mental health services. Item number 13 is discuss and consider a local agreement between Young County and the City of Alny regarding K-9 unit cage. We have an extra one, I understand. Yes, won't fit in any of our vehicles.
It changed, once that body style changed, the one that we have in that, we did have in that 2010 Tahoe won't fit.
The Alny PD evidently does have
Yes, sir.
a unit. They can utilize this piece of equipment. This will be an interlocal agreement transferring that.
They're gonna get another dog too.
Are they going to?
They'll have cages, they do.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Rogers, second by Mr. Pruitt, to execute interlocal agreement between Young County and the City of Alny for 1 K-9 unit cage to go in a vehicle for their K-9 unit services. All in favor?
Aye.
Pruitt? Sipes, who made that?
I did.
Oh, Rogers.
Roger, okay.
Pruitt.
Roger. O-G-E-R-S, Pruitt, second.
Yes, sir.
Carried 5-0.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, we're taking care of item 14. Item number 15 is discuss and consider county clerk's request for shelving of basement records.
Come on, Dave.
Y'all asked me to get another bid on my shelves because I had asked about getting
a stamp put over for my criminal, and then I was asking about for books. Well,
Thanks, Sheriff.
I don't know if all of y'all have been downstairs or not lately, but when you walk down my stairs that you almost fall down because they're so steep, this is what you run into, is this bookshelf. And then this here has got another set on the other side, so there's 8 filing cabinets in the middle. And then I've got these on the back wall, and those are criminal. And then down from it is this old bookshelf. Okay? And then on the other side is another bookshelf that's got probate, civil, and then you go back to the books. So, when I was talking to Mr. Stoll in regards to all of this, we brought up about doing one for one bookcase all the way over to the other bookcase. Okay? Then we started talking about maybe mounting files on the wall because I have 900 tax books. Okay? They range from an inch to 2 inches. And why we have them, I don't know, but I have them, so we're going to keep them. So he's talked to me and prepared a sketch for me, putting on the far side on that wall mounted bookshelves. And then coming around where this other bookcase was, the old one, this one was, putting another bookcase there, and then coming down to where these filing cabinets were on the wall, another one, to be able to hold my 900 books. So, by looking at this, this will go this way. Oh, it actually goes this way. Okay? And there's one that's mounted, and then there's one that's mounted, where the 2 bookcases are. And then it'll take an L, it'll take the L, okay? And then we'll be back where we were. So he's got it situated so it will hold the books, and then I will have 3 doubled and 1 on the wall cabinets that will hold criminal files that will hold 86 4-drawer filing cabinets. So that should last us for a while, okay? And it should be able to get the rest of my books in. This here, he's given me a quote of $49,974.
So this eliminates all the storage contraptions, apparatus that you have.
Right, it will take care of the filing cabinets. This will be moved, which I don't know. I made pictures so that y'all know where I'm at.
Looks like it needs to go to a museum.
She has 173.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, that needs to go to the Sonic Home.
This here, and I've asked questions and I'm not for sure, but I'm thinking this window can be removed because they had to get this in somehow because this was upstairs 5 or 6 years ago.
Sounds like the boiler removed, doesn't it?
Okay, so this was back there when Shirley was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd y'all get
Yeah, that's
it?
what
I would hesitate to call it.
I have no idea how they got it out, but it got down here. Well, sorry. But it got moved downstairs. So that tells me that this window comes out somehow.
You probably can open it.
So this is going to be removed, and this is going to be put in its place because it's an antique. Okay?
And you can utilize that.
Yes, I can.
Those records will
It's
go right
got,
back in.
it has storage underneath, which I can use, and I can put books or whatever there.
But those other cases will go away.
These will be gone.
And so will
All the filing cabinets. And then I have another one.
That's got some of those late 1800 road survey and layout.
This green cabinet will be gone, and there's 2 lateral filing cabinets that will be gone. So it'll take care of quite a bit.
Plus increase room.
Right, hopefully. It should leave for about 10 years. This would be taken out of my archives,
Those are the sliding files like some.
out of the sheriff's office. They look exactly like.
Okay, you're gonna take out the archives, you're gonna take out our records management. You have 173,000.
In records, yeah, but I'm gonna try to get some some commissioners' minutes out of my records management later that are in little bitty boxes. So it's gonna be out of archives.
It's gonna be all out of the records management.
This is gonna be taken out of archives.
We got
Because-
$60,000 in?
Yeah, I have 100 and
About
something.
140.
Yeah, I've got plenty in there. This is what it will look like.
Right. It's
Okay.
gonna look-
But downstairs for next year, I've got little manila envelope or boxes that have Commissioner Court minutes in it that I would like to be taken out of the boxes and put into books so that people can use, so I could use the records management to preserve those.
Is that gonna be a phase 2 of this?
No, there's another phase 2 of this because next year, on the other side, if you've been down there, I have some files that were where my books are coming from. I put in my probate and civil over there. I don't have a quote on it yet.
But this would be a start.
This will be a start and this will be a,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to probably get a storage container to move my files out, to give them the room to put this in, and then be able to move things back and put it back into place.
So we're putting money to work that is designated for this kind of
Yes,
Is that right?
this is all be out of my archives or out of my,
thing.
yeah.
Seems like
It's nothing coming out of y'all's budget or anything, it's money that
it's already there.
is already there. So it's 49,974.
You think that's, I think that's a legitimate bid for Shelby, $49,000 for Shelby.
He said it might come, I might have to add some more shelves depending, because he cannot guarantee because of the different size books. But if I do, I'll just have to come back later and add into. But this is going to take the main problem of it.
It's really not shelving, it's more, it's filing cabinets.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of filing cabinets if y'all
Yeah.
need some.
Yeah, I've done spoken.
Are they gonna be
Does
drilling
Jamie need
that outside wall?
It's gonna be mounted in floor.
They're going to be mounting onto it like they would the shelves to hold
Up to
them.
the-
But this is got a plywood floor so that they slide.
You like to have it between every?
You can slide them all the way down or slide them all the way, what you're not
Have
needing.
you ever seen that in the sheriff's department?
Yeah, they're not drilling that outside wall.
It's not the outside.
It'd be the inside.
These are inside walls. This is gonna be the one,
The hallway?
let's see,
No, just like these two walls right here.
yeah, it's on my inside walls. It's
East
not
and
the
west.
outside at all.
Okay. On those JP walls?
Yeah.
Stall, that's all they do. That's all they do. This is the one that, he's down in Fort Worth,
Will
Dallas.
they service them?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, they're nice. I
This
know what
is
they have out there. Sheriff's
just what they look like.
They don't.
And you can go, I've gotten 3 other counties that I've talked to, they've enjoyed theirs. They moved and there's places and you can put out here exactly what number that you're needing to find.
And it's so much
Well,
more
they're
space.
safe too, aren't they? They don't
Service
tip over or
space.
anything.
No tip overs, no
Come
nothing.
on.
And when it's a corner, they will fill it in so that there's no way that anybody can put a foot in it or anything.
Is there any fire resistance at all?
No. The only thing that they've asked me to do, and I've talked to Steve, is that we're gonna have to go up and put our wires together because wires are kind of just hanging
Bundled.
down and it just some basic stuff.
Hiding up.
Little house cleaning.
So, and also the IT, Peter said that he would also help too, so. And it won't start, if I get approved today, it won't start until November, and I've already talked to, the jail about bringing the work people over here when it's slowing down a little bit, so it'll be in November or December.
So you're asking for approval of that number?
This number. Out of my archive money.
Are you wanting to take and bring in container, would a 20-foot container be big enough to store what you need in it?
Probably, as long as I can walk it at nighttime is the only thing I'm seeing. Because I'm hoping talking to them, they said it takes about 3 days to install. So I'm not exactly for sure when they can be here because I haven't told them yay or nay yet because I had to come to y'all to see. So I'm hoping if we could do it on a Monday and get it done.
What if
by-
it's why don't you just get like a U-Haul truck and put them in where you can lock it and then you don't have to have a container delivered?
But you may have to get two some of them?
Probate
Are they working,
possibly.
Bob?
Probate possibly. That would be the only thing I'm seeing. And, you know, I keep working it in my mind of can we push them down into where the other sides are. There's some of them that could be, but there's some that are in boxes. I'm gonna have to be able to stack them so that we could pull them out. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of a container will be best. I just know that I've gotta be able to lock it and be able to get into it. Criminal not as bad, but the probate, yes.
That means they're gonna have to be orderly put in there.
I know.
It probably would be cheaper than a storage building.
Well, then it won't be on the ground, you don't have to, it'll be waterproof. A container may or may not, and then they have to bring it
But
in.
a container should be waterproof.
If they are.
They are, they mess up the law where we set it, or, yes, we said Aaron's.
That's how long it's gonna take them to put it in. Now, for me to put it back in the way I want it, it's probably gonna take a week or two. So,
You make your ramp.
I'm just gonna have to go and do some
Parking lot
talking, but
thing.
I don't know. I had really thought about a container because I thought it would hold more than,
No, I mean,
storage.
window.
I mean,
You wouldn't
U-Haul,
go in
but I don't
storage.
know. I'm just gonna have to do some talking to them on trailer and stuff. And,
We'll have to
see.
talk about a location for it.
What?
Container.
I was just gonna put it out here in one of these locations, so it's right here close to us, so if I had to go out there and get it during the day, I could.
Like put it in the trail transport spot, once it's kind of
Or in
hard
the
for
spot
3
that I park
days.
at, and I'll be parked right next to it every day.
That little parking spot,
Yeah.
that length of time.
They let you have a container just for a week.
I don't know, I have to go and talk
I
to
don't know, Brent, I suppose.
Yeah, Brent's the
I
guy.
have to talk to him and just say.
Excalibur, probably, Lisa's one, 3 days.
Talk to Justin.
It's amazing how they just penciled it down to 49,001.
Well, the other ones were 28 and 26, and it was gonna be two different ones. So it's about the same almost.
And this is one
It's
contract.
really cheaper.
Yeah, because they're not having to stop on this one and then come back later on this one. That's what they said. It was all-
Anytime you come and get it all done.
You had two contractors blame the problems on the other guy.
Yeah, it's the same people doing it, putting it in, installing.
You get over 50,000, you get paid for it, that's what I'm getting at.
Doing it?
Yeah.
If you buy something over 50,000.
Right.
That's what I'm getting at, how they penciled it at 49,000 something.
Right, and he's not on my board either.
We're gonna give her permission anyway.
So. And as far as I know, this is the only company that does.
49,000 what?
Even?
Is this same company put in the install of sheriff?
I would assume so, because it's the only company I know in the state.
What company is it?
I think that came with the building, didn't it?
I just know him by Louis Stoll.
No, I thought it did.
He's the one that's at all the conferences and does all this. And I talked to two other counties that had it.
Make a motion, we allow the county clerk to get those rollable filing cabinets to be installed.
And maybe we should take a price on the storage building and a U-Haul and see which one would be
I'll get out there and do
more
some checking.
feasible. Yeah.
And if he won't rent one of them, I can use another one out there at the county. If we buy one, you can just set it here for long and off and then take it out there. So whichever way it works out.
I'm not gonna buy one, I'm just gonna rent
I'm
one.
saying I'm renting for $250 a month.
Yeah, they're not that expensive to rent.
Okay.
Jimmy said he'd buy it, long to you.
That's
Basically what I heard he
Is that what
said.
you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
If he won't do it.
Okay.
If he won't lease you one
If
for
you
3
want to
days.
you one for 3 days, I'll buy one, do my deal, and drop it off here as long as you need it, and then take it over out to the county.
Wait back for 3 weeks.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be longer than, it's gonna take about 2 to 3 weeks for me to get all these books put back in.
I had no problem, that's not a big deal.
This is,
Whatever you estimate, add 20% to it.
Yeah.
what about 20 and 40s?
Well, I'm hoping 20, but I think 40 would kind of stick out there a little.
Yeah, 40 would be hard to handle, that
20 would be right.
20.
But you know what's gonna happen when you start this.
Who's gonna carry them around?
That's what I told you.
It's not gonna happen, it's gonna go out the window, that's why I'm gonna have the window open. And that's why I've been asking a lot of questions on this, on the window, and they say it can be removed.
Yeah,
And
It's
Leave
I
it
have
open
a
pretty
40
wide. I
footer
think-
out there at precinct
Yeah,
one,
we just-
for the DA,
Well, they
probation,
probably just
and
pull the
tax
pins
assessor
out and
collector
take it
there.
out.
We've hauled lots of books out of that window before.
Yeah, I just know that there's been a lot of things moving in and out of that thing, and I'm thinking, that whole thing's gonna have to come off somehow, so I've had Steve looking at it, making sure. It's not the stuff coming in, it's what needs to go out that's worrying me.
Why have we ever thought?
You didn't
and
see-
this-
you didn't
I don't
see the
know,
wall
I don't
down
know
there,
why,
did you?
why have they ever
No.
talked about a door down
It
there?
came out.
We're in that wall.
Uh-huh.
Here's the window.
It's a lot heavier
Would
than it came
you-
out the door.
I came right out that door.
He's
Would
not
you like a
here.
wall in that door? I mean, a door in that wall?
That's what's
About
gonna
10,
happen.
13.
Then you probably gotta
Would
go
you-
through
why haven't they thought
the
about that?
historical commission.
Putting a door in that wall.
In what
Would you be
wall?
open to that? The wall out in the
Downstairs.
hall. Downstairs in the
Make
basement.
It won't go in a hall. Guys, people, I'm down under the ground.
The wall, and the wall doesn't go right into your room next door to the JP and the hallway coming in down the
The
stairs.
basement?
What are you talking about?
guys.
Yeah, and it does look
Create
like
a
a
door
safe
out.
door on it. I
Create a
don't
door.
know.
Probably a lot of
Like,
money.
we'll do that.
I think just
Why
trying to
would
get that window
Then you have to go
done.
through the
That's a good
historical
idea.
commission. You have to go through the historical commission to change the courthouse.
I guess I wondered why they didn't
To put a door
there
in.
again for some reason.
Yeah,
Sure would be a lot easier than going up and down
It
that
would.
stair.
It'd be
Absolutely would be.
It'd be
Just have to
safer.
go outside, go down the stairs,
Sure would.
go in.
Well, and there used
Right
to
down
be
the
these
elevator.
old rickety stairs
Oh, you
that
mean
aren't
on
there
the inside?
anymore.
Put a door
On the
in?
inside.
I knew that they used to stand by the window.
it's sort of like,
I thought
you
you
know,
meant like
probation.
Right across from the vending
Back
machine.
over there.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
apparently, they would, the title
Put
people.
a
would
double
move them
security
up
door
there,
in there.
And they would leave the window
That'd
open
be
just a
good.
little bit,
Move
so they
records
didn't have
in
to go
there.
down them stairs, they could just go down that way and come in, because they liked it better than trying to go down the
It's
stairs.
better than a window to get things in and out.
Well, now them stairs are just bad.
The
Let's just get you a dumb waiter in
Like
there.
that, man.
They're
That's what I'm
bad,
saying.
especially if you're having to carry a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so through the wall.
Then you'd have to have one of your people sitting by the
No,
door.
I ain't a little bit, see if we can wrong, fix their deal up there, for that storage container.
Okay.
I know it'd be a little bit more unhandy, but
I thought our door was a good idea.
kind of, well, let's take up that much.
Stuff.
I do too, yeah.
One?
Should go
When you just
down
pick up
They
one?
just wait up one.
inside.
Yeah, I got more than that, it's 20 foot stick out there in the road.
Yeah, 20 footer stick out, I mean, a
20 foot, yeah, we used to do it sideways.
Well,
Well, then we'd have to do it over there.
and it take up 2 or 3 spots.
take it,
It'll be all right for
5 or 6.
No, it could be up there as long as it's closed, I mean,
Parking spot down there.
anyway.
Your parking spot down there with your name on it.
I can go, I thought that was harder than everything else. I can go there and sit down.
I mean, we might just have an option, we might, inside.
That'd be a good time to open up that wall.
Pretty close there, cause.
And then she wouldn't have any
kind of-
What's that?
pictures, she didn't put the shelves in front of it.
Two open there.
We'll get a, around, or move these boxes out through your new door outside. To push them through the window.
I can imagine what it would cost though to do a door.
I don't know if it would or not. I mean, that's a pretty stout wall down there. I don't know if it'd have any,
You know, get you a good old metal door. Make it oversized, we can get stuff in and out.
That's nothing $10,000 would be.
huh?
Nothing $10,000.
Nothing money can't take care of. Time and money will take care of everything.
Can I just get a second and then I'll get out of here? And let y'all go,
Before we
and let
change-
y'all decide about a door later?
Should change your office completely.
Well,
You trying to hit me?
I'm trying to get you a dumb waiter.
Mr. Riley's got some kind of motion on.
I'll second.
I got a motion for
That we,
for the Shelby.
that'll go along with her program here.
What's the price on
49,000 what?
974.
I think you're right, Tracy.
it?
Stacy, you just right into that 50,000, right?
Okay, and who's this with?
His name is Lindy Stoll, and that's all I know of that. He's an individual contractor,
Oh, he doesn't have a company.
L-I-N-D-Y?
L-I-N-D-Y.
Thank you.
Lindsay Stoll, S-T-U-L-L.
Mhm.
Think any Stolls around here?
Not that I know of.
Okay. We got a motion by Commissioner Wiley, and a second by Commissioner Pruitt to allow the county clerk to move forward with the installation of shelves, priced by Lindy Stowe at $49,974. Out of the archives,
County clerk archives.
county archives fund.
Okay. Can I get a copy of that?
All in favor?
Is he
I
gonna give
guess
you
so.
an official?
Yeah, I'll give you an official, but that was just to get me down here. I'll be there.
Sure.
You won't
I'll
get
wait
one
for
of those
official.
little boxes, what are you talking about?
Yeah. That's one of the privileges you've got to be here at the courthouse.
Thank you.
Vote no.
And you can use Stacy's spot. You
Well,
can put that in there.
I can see the advantage of it and the improvement there, for sure.
That's good.
Guess I've got to, let's follow up with those tax books. Got down there, let's call your archive lady down at the States. Tell them what that is and all that, and see if we can get what the necessary retention schedule is on those.
Would y'all want to get rid of them? They're so old.
Keep everything.
No,
I'm just trying to put them to a place that they're out of the way, because I can roll this other shelf up there to it, and they're just completely out of my way.
well, I understand that, but, you know, no, I'm not in favor of, I guess, of destroying or anything like that, but if we could move them to someplace that we might have, get them out of the way from the meeting.
Where would that be?
Well, I don't know where it'd be or when it'd be. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I can check on it.
Check with her.
They'll keep them in the state if you want to give them to me, you can't ever get them back.
No, this is
That'd be
just
okay.
with the library and finding out what the
It's a
retention.
public record, right?
Yeah,
So there's no confidentiality to them.
I'm pretty sure if you give them to the archive for the state, then they keep them forever.
They keep what they want.
See, you would think the museum would maybe want, but I doubt it. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll check.
Item number 16 is consider requesting sealed bids for the sale of a 2008 modern Predator model 15. That's
It's not English.
That was my mistake. That's what I like built there.
It's a small board.
Flex swing shredder mower that I purchased from Graham Tractor.
Gonna take bids until, what did I say on my email? I can't remember.
I think 4 PM on the 22nd.
22nd, yes.
And open at what time on the?
10.
10 AM on the
25th.
25th.
Right.
Okay.
On these bids, I'd like to bring this up while we're talking about this. There's I noticed on listserv, commissioners were talking about disposing of equipment at govdeals.com. I bid for those gentlemen down at the legislative update. And that might be a very good way for us to get more exposure for the equipment that's being bid on and maybe get higher bids. You know,
Plus you can buy things.
it's 2017, it may be time to move past what we've been doing.
Yeah.
You know, they would be happy to come in, set us up, take the photos, put it online, control the bidding, as well as we're taking the normal standard bids in. Would you gentlemen be opposed to me asking them to come make a presentation to us?
No.
Okay.
And we can purchase things off of that too.
Yeah, we can purchase off of it as well.
Yeah.
That might be a good way to look at this, some other things that we might
Well,
need.
one way for counties to move
Yeah.
multiple or extra assets they have, surplus assets to other places too. So I'll ask them to come do a presentation for us.
James
Anyway,
Oakley,
I'll make
that's
that
now
motion.
So, I had to use that so that it wasn't on the agenda.
No, I got you. That works.
We have a
That's a
motion
good
by
idea.
Commissioner Pruitt and second by Commissioner Wiley to request and advertise for sealed bids for the sale of the 2008 modern Predator model 15-foot flex wing shredder mower. To receive those bids until 4 PM on Friday, the 22nd of September, and to be opened at 10.
10 a.m. on
10 a.m. on Monday, the 25th, is that right?
Yes, sir.
I'll get that.
Okay, for further information, get hold of Mr. Pruitt.
You can trade that in too if you want to.
Yeah.
All in favor?
I'm fixing to work on that one.
Judge, you know James Oakley, the county judge, I believe it's in Burnett County,
Bernie?
I believe so.
Yeah.
He used to work for Gov Deals.
Gov Deals.
Because when I was on the auditor's board and worked with the vendors, he was working for them then, and then he ran for.
Well, I'm surprised that I talked to those folks about that down there in Austin, and then all of a sudden this last week, there was quite a bit of discussion on listserv between commissioners about disposing of equipment that way. I just don't know, when you put it in auction that way, is our publication requirements remain, or is that being published?
I think if you work with them, we don't have to publish anymore.
We'll look into that.
Yeah.
That might be a, look into that.
Are you gonna talk?
We'll just have them come and answer those questions for us.
Is there here local, or is there agreement of any kind, or contract, or anything like that?
Once again, I'll have them come and make that presentation.
Okay, so you'll talk to them about them, good. Okay.
And you can consider, you can set a PO on
You can.
that if you want to.
You certainly can.
Okay. Is there any money?
That's one of the concerns I had when they were.
Yeah.
Having to advertise in the newspaper because they're ridiculous.
Tom, do anything about that, or David?
Can you believe he
Y'all
said
are
that?
though.
Can you believe he said that?
They know separate the bids.
I like my newspaper.
When are you running for reelection?
That's how I know they're high.
If you want to know, part of that is that the newspaper takes a lot of work that goes into it, but how much do you pay for your newspaper?
I couldn't hear you.
How much do you pay for your newspaper? 75 cents?
That's because those advertisers are paying for it.
That's, well, I mean, you've got to get advertisements, and you're talking about not advertising. And
Speaking
so
about,
what ends up happening.
paper, did I notice in the paper where we have a publisher?
Yeah, we have a new publisher now. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of load off of me.
Good.
But if you take the advertising out, then you start losing papers.
And what's the lady's name?
Ronnie Walker.
Ronnie Walker.
No offense to you.
Oh,
But
no,
I mean, I'm working for the taxpayer too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, newspapers have to have advertising to survive.
I mean, we're gonna put our local bidders out there.
And it doesn't. That's where we probably should go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that even if we do that way, that's probably gonna require notice given.
Yeah. I asked them that very question, and his answer was, I don't think that excuses you from it,
The bid.
but I'll check. I said, well, you check on it, and I'll get back to you on that, yeah, so.
But if
Like I
we
said,
could send
we
it
get
to
in
them
here.
also, and they put it out there, and we get other bids.
But we'd have we'd have people from all over the United States bidding on
Well,
it.
they can bid on that. Anybody could.
Hey, and local folk could bid on it also.
It's just that we've gotta give notice, probably have to give notice of, our intent to sell surplus equipment of some sort.
We'll get them next meeting. I may have some big equipment, I think, so.
Me too, so I think I will get them next meeting. There's tax sale people on this property that do the same thing too. So people all over the state can bid on our. Really? Yeah.
Well, what they could do is they probably, once you get agreement with them on that, they'd have a flyer of their auction to be held. And that flyer could be put in the local paper as notice.
Okay, we'll find out what they're.
Caption under it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, obviously, other counties are using it, so they've used it in conjunction with the rules, so. The tax auction, like we just sold this piece of property here, they actually set a tent up in front of the courthouse steps with a monitor and a computer taking in the bids the same day we're selling it at auction on the courthouse steps.
On the property that they're selling.
On the property that is coming for the tax sale?
It just broadens your, it broadens your.
And that just includes more people.
I bet you Tarrant and Dallas County, they must have a tent there all the time, because you know they have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you know, the courthouse steps stay busy over there, don't they? Do they have a special place over there that they have those auctions? Right there on their courthouse steps, huh?
I guess that when the weather's kind of bad, or if it's inclement too bad or whatnot, they'll step inside.
Just that sometimes some of these tax sales, I think, are the people who care to take the time to look those up and find them end up being the only bidders we've got. Whereas we might be able to get some other folks
I
involved.
had an interesting one the other day, I'll really talk about that later on. Item number 18, discuss, consider burn restrictions. Any necessary action, no action?
No action. People need to be careful though, it's starting to get dry. You know, weeds
Should
are
always
high.
be careful.
Yeah,
Weeds are high.
I feel for those folks down south, Florida and Texas, South Texas, but, wouldn't want that complete amount of water, but I sure would like to have
Some of it.
4 or 5 inches of it, just a little
Down to
bit,
it.
without all the damage and wind. I don't know if there's the need for item number 19, budget workshop. Do we have any work to do on that budget anymore? I don't think so.
Just thank you again for your time and your
No
work.
action necessary. Who wants to adjourn?
I'll make that motion here.
Second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Wiley, a second by Commissioner Pruitt to adjourn this meeting. All in favor? Aye. Carried. 5-0.